what exactly is the purpose of this workshop is, it's totally based on MNC interview preparation workshop. So what exactly we'll be doing in this particular workshop is we'll be letting you know how exactly the interview happens in MNCs and what are the questions that they are going to ask. And previously in the past 1 month, they have asked many different coding questions, and we will be solving those coding questions in this particular uh, workshop. So those are the exact same questions which are asked in this past 2 weeks. So I hope that will be very much beneficial for you guys in this particular workshop. So I want each one of you to not get deviated by going through WhatsApp or YouTube notifications. So focus for 2 hours and listen to the workshop and take out 100% of it. So I hope that all of you guys are actually attending drives as of now, because there are n number of placements happening as of now. There are 600 plus openings in case of Mindtree. There are 300 plus openings in case of IBM, and all of these openings are in hundreds and thousands in all these MNCs as of now. So it's a right time for you to crack these interviews. So in case if you guys have actually started attending the drives, I just want you to just put in the chat box by saying attending drives. In case if you have not yet started hunting for the job, you can say not yet started. So I just wanted to know how many of you have started and how many of you have not started searching for a job.
Attending drives. Reshma says attending.
Yes, I can see Reshma saying attending drive.
Kishore.
Kishore also says attending drive.
Kirtana.
Kirtan also. Yes, great. So anyone not attending drives?
Yeah, many are.
So there are many who are not attending drives as well. So since I see there are few who are not attending drive, I just wanted to know which year pass out you guys are. So I just put in the chat box so that I know which year pass out you guys.
2018, 2019.
Yes, 2018, 19,
20, 21,
20, 21, 22 as well.
Yeah.
Yes, that's really great to see even 2022 guys attending the workshop. Fine.
2017 also.
Yes. So the main purpose that we are conducting this workshop is for a simple reason. The thing is, when it comes to interviews, many people don't know what exactly is asked in an interview or how the interview rounds are before you attend an interview, because there is no much of knowledge which is informed to you in the college, or maybe you have not done sufficient research by yourself. This is the reason we are conducting this workshop. So speaking about ourselves, myself Somanna. I am a senior subject matter expert at Roman Technologies. And what exactly do we do in Roman Technologies is we are totally into skilling domain. We skill on different platforms, on different technologies. It might be IT or it might be non-IT. So in this, we have partnered with NSDC as well as NASCOM, and along with that, we are into major projects of Skill India as well. So in this particular workshop, what exactly I'll be saying is how you can prepare for MNCs, and how you can crack the coding round and even the other rounds that's in the MNCs. And to be honest with you guys, MNCs are very easy to crack compared to startups or compared to product-based companies. So let me start one by one. So what exactly does MNCs expect, let's say? So to start with, what do MNCs look for while hiring? So first thing what they look is aptitude and verbal skills. So usually in majority of the MNCs, this is what they will ask in the first round. And always this would be MCQ round. And all that you have to do is, it's not necessary that you have to master this round. If you just clear the cutoff, that's more than sufficient. And when it comes to aptitude and verbal, they will give different sections. So you should achieve sectional cutoffs as well. Like logical, they will have a different section. For verbal, they will have a different section. So accordingly, you have to reach the cutoff. In case if you clear this round, what would be the next round is, next round would be the programming round, or they will look into your basic programming skills. So what exactly are they how do they look basic programming skills is very simple. They'll be asking you simple questions on different things like arrays, or they might say you to find the sum of all the elements in an array. But the thing over here is they don't ask these questions directly. Rather, they will give you a story and they would ask. And that's what exactly we are going to do in this particular session as well. Next, apart from this, if I have to say, in some of the companies, they ask both of this together. In some companies, this would be the first round and this would be the second round. Next, when it comes to the third round, this is what exactly it will be. Knowledge on at least one programming language. What exactly they do is, in face-to-face technical interviews, they will ask you majorly regarding your projects. So it's very much necessary that you prepare on what exactly you have done in your projects. So a few might say that I have done 100% of the project by myself. Please don't answer like this. Even though if you have done by yourself, they are not going to believe, even if you are very much talented. They will expect you guys that to say something like this, that you have done a certain part of the project, and what exactly you have done there, you should be able to describe it very well, because the person who takes the interview anyhow don't know what exactly you have done. So whatever you say, you should make sure that you say and impress that person. Next, apart from this, the next round would be HR round. That's for formalities and they would clear. Now, when it comes to coding round, there are different kinds of codes that they ask. So I've categorized few of them. In that, one is pattern programming. Next, apart from this, there is one more round. It's not one more round, it's a one more category that they might consider, that is numerical. So numerical are such programs where you don't have to make use of array or strings. Maybe you have to find whether a number is prime or not, or maybe you have to find the sum of first n numbers. These kinds of problems is what they'll be asking. Apart from this, they might ask even problems on strings. Apart from this, they might ask even problems on arrays. So they might ask in arrays as well. So what are we basically going to do in this session is, we will pick up few questions on different categories. So I am not randomly picking up these questions. These are the questions which was recently asked. In case there are few people who have attended the drives, you might see the exact same question over here, which I'll be solving today. So before I solve, I'd like to take to our platform where I have added up all the questions. So if I take you to our LMS, so this is how our LMS looks like. More about our LMS, I will be describing you at the end of the session. As of now, what I would do is, I will directly go over here. You can see coding questions. So I will click on this coding questions. So there are few coding questions. So one by one, we will be solving. So now I will show you what kind of questions they might ask. So sum divisibility is one question. So let me click on this particular question. So if I just zoom this little more, yeah, fine. I hope it is visible to all of you guys. So let me read out the question. So what exactly it says is, you are given two integers. So this particular question was asked in Mindtree recently. So it's the exact same question, and I'll be solving this question now. Same way, we will be solving multiple other questions as well. So let me read out this question for you. You are given two integers L and R. Now, you have to find count of all integers between L and R, both inclusive. Means they might give two integer values L and R. What exactly is that? I'll be explaining it. Next, both inclusive means both are included, whose sum of digits is divisible by L. Now, what exactly does this mean? I will explain step by step, but let's see whatever they have given. Let's simply read it. So they have given parameters. In parameters, they have told L, R, K. What exactly it means is, they are going to give you three integers. One integer is L, the other integer is R, and the other integer is K. Now, three integers you have got. So the L is nothing but the starting of the range. Maybe they will give an integer like 2 over here. So that would be the starting of the range. Next, the second one is nothing but the ending of the range. That is R. So left side you have one number, maybe 2. Right side you have one number 5. So that's is starting, this is ending. After that you have one more integer. Sum of digits should be divisible by K. Now what it means, I will let you know. And over there, they have given constraints. We will see into this at last. Next, if I scroll up, I will not read out these things, but this is the input and this is the output. We will just see. In case if they give the input as 1, 5, and 1, the output should be 5. What exactly it means, I will let you know. Next, If the input is 4, 10 and 4, output should be 2. If the input is 5, 10 and 2, output should be 2. Now these type of questions is what exactly they would be asking. Now how you can approach these questions, I'll be saying you step by step. Not just approach, how to you need to solve this also I'll be saying. So if you observe this particular question, you can see they are asking 3 integer values, and they are told at starting itself they will be giving you 3 integer values. The first one is L, the second one is R, and the third one is K. Now L and R are both inclusive is also they have told. Now what it basically means is you have to find all the numbers between 1 and 5 whose sum is divisible by 1. So what it means is 1 divisible by 1? Yes. Count I need to increase. Is 2 divisible by 1? Means I have to take all the numbers between 1 to 5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 numbers. And all these 5 numbers are divisible by 5. Sorry, 1. That's why the output is 1. Now in case if I come to the second one, the L is 4, next the R is 10. Now what it means is you have to take all the numbers between 4 to 10. That is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 7 numbers that you need to consider. After that what you need to do is you need to check, is 4 divisible by 4? Is 4 divisible by 4? Yes, it is divisible. I hope everyone knows what divisibility means. In case if you don't know, I will explain that as well when I am writing the code. Next, is 5 divisible by 4? No. Is 6 divisible? No. Is 7 divisible? No. Is 8 divisible? Yes. Is 9 divisible? No. Is 10 divisible? No. Same way if I come to the other one. This is the trickiest part. Now if you observe, they have given L as 5, R as 10. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is what you have to consider. So if I say, is 5 divisible by 2? Then it's clear no. Is 6 divisible by 2? Yes. Increase the count. It becomes 1. Next, is 7 divisible by 2? No. Is 8 divisible by 2? Yes. Is 9 divisible by 2? No. We have the count as 2. Next, is 10 divisible by 2? Because 10 is also inclusive. It is yes. But if it is yes, it becomes 3. The count becomes 3. But what is the output that we are getting is 2. So this is where you have to understand the question clearly. What they meant in the question is, we have taken 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. We should not consider 10. Rather what we need to consider is sum of digits of 10. That's what they have told. Denoting the sum of digits. So over here you can see, you can scroll a little more down. No, little upside. Okay, fine. Here, the last line. The next line contains an integer k denoting the sum of digits. Sum of digits means when it is 10, the sum of 10 is 1 plus 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Is 1 divisible by 2? Then it's no. So that's the reason we are getting the count as 2. In case if you have not understand what divisibility means, if you have not understood how to find the sum, if you have not understood anything, I want you to listen carefully and then understand, and then we will write the code together. So now if I take you to the window, yes, let me explain step by step. First thing what I'm going to explain is, if a number is given to you, how to find the sum of these digits. So the number that they are giving is L, R, K. So I will take all these 3 numbers and I will keep it as aside. So the numbers that I am taking over here as L, R and K is 5, 10 and 2. So these 3 I will keep it aside, and first I will focus on how to find the sum of digits. So let me show you step by step. In case if I have a variable n, and if the value of n is this whatever they are saying over here, that is 1972. Now I need to find the sum of these digits. That's nothing but 1 plus 9 plus 7 plus 2. So let's see how to do this. So I will write down few steps. First thing that I need to do is, if I want this, I need to create one variable sum. So I am creating one variable sum, and inside this sum, I will store the value as 0. So that's what I am doing over here. Next, I need to apply some algorithm so that I can find the sum of all of this. Now what is that? Very simple. Let me show you step by step. First thing what I will do is I will check if there is any digits. So if you observe over here, is there any digits? Yes, there is a digit. So if there is a digit, what I need to do is extract the last digit from n. Means I need to extract the last digit. That's nothing but 2. And then I need to add it over here. So 2 plus 0, what I get is 2. That's what I need to do. And that's what I'm showing you over here as well. 0 plus 2, 0 plus 2, I get it as 2. And that would be my sum. Next, after this, I am done with this last digit. Since I'm done with this last digit, I need to remove the last digit. So what I will do is I will remove this last digit. Now few might be thinking how to remove the last digit. I will explain that as well. Next, after this, what I need to do is very simple. I need to again repeat the operations. So what I need to do is again repeat all the 3 steps, and I will do that step by step. Again, what I need to do, check if the digit exists. Is there any digits over here? Yes, there are digits. Since there are digits over here, then what I need to do, next step, extract the last digit and then add it with sum. So last digit over here is 7. So I need to extract this 7. I will remove this 7 and then I will add it with 2. And that's what I'm showing you over here. 2 plus 7. 2 plus 7, you know very well, it's going to give me 9. And I have done that. Next, after this, what I need to do is I need to remove the last digit. So let me remove the last digit from here as well. So I'm removing this digit. So if I remove, what I get is 1 and 9. Next, again, I need to repeat the operations. So I will repeat the operations now. So I will repeat from step 1 to step 3, means all the 3 steps I need to repeat. So now if I repeat all the steps, first thing I need to do is I need to check if the digit exists. You can clearly see digit exists. If the digit exists, what is that I need to do is I need to extract the last digit, and the last digit is nothing but 9. I have extracted this and I need to add with the sum. If I add this up, you know very well it's going to give me 18, and that's what I've got over here. Next, after this, what I need to do, since I am done with the last digit, I will remove this 9. So I will remove this 9. So I have removed the 9 as well. Next, after this, what I need to do is again I need to repeat these steps. So let me repeat these steps. So if I have to repeat, first thing I need to check is if the digit exists. Yes, you can see there is one more digit which exists. So if this exists, this is only the last digit now. So I need to remove this last digit and add up with this number. So I'll remove this and then I will add. So if I remove and add up, what I get is 1 plus 18. 1 plus 18 gives me 19. So 19 is the sum. Now if you observe, I have already got the sum. But still I have to follow a few more steps. I'll remove the last digit. So I've removed the last digit. So now what exactly you see over here is I have to keep on doing this operation till when? Till the digits exist over here. Now there is no digits, so I should not repeat this operation. So I am done with this. Now if I just simply print this, I would have got the value. So this is what I need to do. So now let me write the code. But over here, I have simply written some pseudo code. So let me write some code. So what is the code for first line, second line, and third line? Let's see step by step. So if you see, only there are 3 steps. So let me get it one by one. So let me show you how to remove the last digit, or how to extract the last digit, and how to add up with sum. So I will just show you over here, and then we'll write the code step by step. So am I audible?
Yes.
In case if I'm audible, just put a yes in the chat box so that I know that there is no problem. Fine. Fine. So if I have 1972 as the digits, I just want to show a basic math that happens over here. There might be few students who are from computer science who already know these things. In case if you don't know, just observe this carefully, because we are going to make use of this particular operation repeatedly again and again. So if I have 1972, I just want to perform a normal division. So I have one value 10. So what happens is, in case if I divide by 10, you will get something called as remainder, you will get something called as quotient. So let me fetch the remainder and the quotient. So the quotient over here that I get is 197. So 10 into 197 would give me 1970. And that's what I have done. Now if I do the basic subtraction, I would get something called as remainder. And the remainder is nothing but 2. Now if you observe this, if you see this 2 is nothing but this last digit. So I have got the last digit of this. So how exactly can I fetch? By you writing some code, if you ask me. Very simple. There is an operator for that as well. And what is the operator, if you ask me? This is how it is. In case I take 1972, and if I take 10 as well. And in case if I put one operator called as divide by, then what I get is I get the quotient. That is this. So this is division operator. There is one more operator to perform division, but it will give me the remainder. That is nothing but this 2. So if I want this 2, what I need to do is, instead of division operator, there is one more operator called as modulus operator. That's nothing but the percentage. So if I put this particular operator, I will get this particular number. So now we clearly know how can we fetch the last digit and how can we fetch the quotient. So if you see in this particular quotient, you can clearly see the number was 1972. And if you see over here, 2 is removed, 197 is what you have. So I hope your 2 steps are already taken care of. Let me show you again step by step. So if I come back over here, so what exactly I need to do for this to extract the last digit from the sum is very simple. All that I have to do is I have to take the value, that is nothing but this value, and I need to perform modulus 10. So if I perform that mod 10, I would get this particular thing. So I perform mod. So this is nothing but the value of n. So I will replace it over here by saying n. So once I get n mod 10, whatever is there, that I will fetch. After that, what I need to do is I need to add this with sum. So I have stored it in sum. But every time, if you had observed, in case of sum, I simply didn't store whatever I got in n mod 10. Rather, I wrote whatever was there in sum plus whatever I got over here. And that's what I need to write over here by saying sum plus n mod 10. And that's what I am showing you over here as well. So sum is equal to sum plus n mod 10 is what exactly I need to write to get this particular code. So let me get that over here. Next, after this, there were 2 more operations that I need to take care of. So if I go to those 2 operations, we are left out with check if digit exists, and one more is remove the last digit. So one by one we will see for those 2 operations as well. So over here, you know very well that when I perform division, the last digit was removed. So I have written n is equal to n mod 10. Now, what exactly happens is when you keep on removing these digits, first it will be 197, after that it will be 19, after that it will be 1, after that it will be 1, after that it will become 0. When you do 1 divided by 10, you will get the quotient as 0. So whenever the value is greater than 0, it means the digit exists. If the value is equal to 0 or less than 0, then it means the digit does not exist. So these are the operations that I need to do. So how to do this step by step? I will write some code and then show you. So first let me get my editor over here. So in this, today what I'm going to do is I'm going to write the code in Java. So in case if you guys don't know Java, it's totally fine. I will show you some basics, and majorly we will be focusing on the logical part. So even if you don't know Java, you would be understanding certain things. I can't expect that you will understand 100%, because if you could understand 100% of a language in just 2 hours, then everyone would have learned this thing. So I can promise that you will definitely understand more than 50%, even if you don't know anything, including Java. In case if you don't know, you will definitely understand minimum of 50%. So let me start. In Java, if you have to write anything, we have to write that inside a class. So it's something called as object-oriented language. So since it is object-oriented language, we need to write everything inside a class. So I'll create a class. How I do is I will simply say class. And after that, I need to give a name to the class. I will name it as test. Yes. After that, I need to open and close the brackets. Yes. This is one certain thing that I need to follow always. Next, apart from this, there is one more thing that I need to take care of. What exactly is that, if you ask me? I need to create something called as main method or main function if you have studied C. So how to create in case of Java is by saying public static void main. Yes. Now you might be thinking, what exactly is public static void main? In case if you guys don't know what exactly this is, there is a good news for you guys. The thing is, at starting I had shown you one platform where I went and read the question, and that particular platform we have all the complete Java course. So that particular Java course will be available to you guys in this particular week. So you can go and study what is the theory behind public static void main. All of that is spoken in depth. So what exactly I want from you guys is, I want you guys to go and learn all those concepts from there, so that it will be very much helpful for you in the interviews as well. So inside this, I need to write string args. So I'll write string. After that, args. After that, I'll open and close the brackets. So now onwards, in case if I'm writing any code, this is the minimum requirement. I should always write this much, and inside this particular main method, I need to write all my logics. Now, what I am doing is, I am taking the input, that is n, from the user. So I'm taking one number and I need to find the sum of these digits. So in case if I have to take anything from the user, there is one line that I should always write. So what is that line if you ask me? It's something like this: scan is equal to new scanner. And inside parentheses, I need to write system.in. After that, close it. Yes. So in case if I'm taking any input from the user, then I should always write this particular line. Next, after this, I need to come to next line. So if you ask me, is this line going to take any input from the user? No. This will help you to take the input from the user. So if you ask which line will take the input from the user, that I need to write now. Now I need to first see what kind of input I am taking over here. And if you observe this particular number, this is an integer value. So in case if you have to take an integer value, I need to write something called as next int. So how do I write that? Is scan.nextint is what I have to write. Scan.nextint. Yes. If I write this much, this will actually take an integer value. Now there is something, this particular method is written inside a scanner class. This class is present in a different package. All of this are there internally. I don't want to waste my time explaining all the theory behind this. So let's focus on the problem. So if I have to use this, I need to import this particular line. So I've imported this line as well. Next, what I will do is, whatever I have got, this I'll store it inside one variable. So if you observe over here, I'm storing inside a variable called as n. So I'll say n is equal to, I've stored it. But there is a problem in case of Java. The thing is, you have to specify what type of variable is n. And if you see, n is nothing but of type integer. Since this is of type integer, you also need to say over here int, int. So now you would have been successful in taking the input from the user. So what I will do is, I'll come to next line. I just want to print and see whether I have taken the right input from the user or not. So what I will do is, in case if I have to print anything to the user, what I need to write one statement, and the statement is system.out.println. So I'm going to write that system.out.println. And inside parenthesis, I need to write, in case if I want to print something, for example, I want to print Roman, I just have to write Roman inside double quotes. So I'll say Roman. Yes. If I write like this, inside double quotes, if I write anything, whatever is there, it will print as it is. So let's just go and check whether it's printing as it is or not. So I'll save this file and I will take you to the output window. So over here, I will just execute it by saying Java. Yes. After that, Java C is the command to compile. So after this, I need to say the name of the file. And the name of that file where I was writing the code, that name of that particular file is test.java. So I need to write test.java over here. After that, present. Yes. In case if there was any error, it would have shown me over here. Since there is no error, it's not shown me over here. Now I need to execute. So what exactly would have happened over here? It would have created a bytecode. So all of that particular theory is available in our learning management system. Access would be given to you by the end of the class. And I want you guys to go and learn all those theory from there so that it will be very much beneficial for you in the interviews. So now let me run this. How do I run this? By saying Java and after that test. Test is nothing but the name of the class that we had created. Now if I press enter, you can see over here the cursor is blinking. Why exactly is it blinking if you ask me? It's because it is expecting a input. You are told that you are going to give an integer value. So since you have not given an integer value, it's waiting for you. So let me type one integer value. So I'll type 1, 2, 3, 7, 5. 1, 2, 3, 7, 5. So this is the integer value that I am going to give. So if I give this, what happens is I had written one more statement saying system.out.println, and what I'm printing is Rumen. So it should print because that's there after this. So I'll say enter. It has printed Rumen. Now, same way I want to print this number as well. So if I want to print this number, what is change I have to do is very simple. Let me go to the code and show you. All that I have to do is in place of Rumen, I need to just print n. So I will remove this Rumen and I will place n. Now this n, you should not put in double quotes. Why? Because if you put in double quotes, it will print n as it is. But I don't want to print n as it is. Rather, I want the value which is present inside the n. Means that value is nothing but whatever the user has given. So what I'll do is I'll save this. I'll take you to the output window. Again, I need to compile and then execute. So this is the command for compiling. I'll press enter. This is the command for executing. If I press enter, it's waiting for the input. Let me enter some random input over here. Yes, that's sufficient. If I press enter, it will print that same number. I hope how to take input and how to print is completely clear to you guys. So this particular thing will be common in all the codes. So I want you guys to follow this as of now. In case if you don't know Java, I want you to blindly follow this. In case if you know Java, then I know very well, all of this is a very, very simple code for you guys. So now I don't want to print n. So I'll remove this n. I'll remove this complete line. Now I have taken the input from the user. So I have this value of n. Now what I need to do is I need to find the sum of all the digits. So if I have to find this particular 19, I need to follow this particular algorithm. So what exactly is the algorithm? I need to check if the digit exists. So what is that code? N is greater than 0. That is the code to check if the digit exists or not. So I'll write that n is greater than 0 over here. But what should happen is this particular thing should be like checking. So whenever I say check, then it means I'm writing some thing to check whether this happens or does not happen. Means I'm checking whether it's yes or no. So over here it will say either yes or no. If the digit exists, it will say yes. If the digit does not exist, it will say no. So it will not say yes or no directly, rather it will give a Boolean value by saying true or false. So I need to write this particular thing inside if condition. So I'll cut this thing and I'll say if. So whenever I say check, it means I need to write if. After that, I'll open the brackets. Inside that, I'll paste it. After that, I'll open the brackets over here. I'll come. Now what happens is, if this condition is true, only then whatever I write inside will be executed. If this condition is false, whatever I write inside won't be executed. Now what I need to do is, if the digit exists, only then I need to do step 2, step 3, and step 4. If the digit does not exist, I should not do this. That's the reason I'm writing it like this. Now, first thing what I need to do is, I need to extract the last digit and then add it to sum. So first, let me extract the last digit and add it to sum. But the first thing over here is, we have to create one variable for sum as well. But we have not created this variable sum. So before I perform this operation, I need to create one variable called a sum, where I need to create above this. So before performing this, I need to create. So over here, I'll create. How do I create? This sum is storing integer values. So I need to say int. The variable name is sum. So I'll say sum. Inside this, I want the value 0. So I'll say equal to 0. This is how I have created a variable called a sum. Now I can go inside and then add it to sum. So how do I do that? Sum is equal to sum plus, inside brackets I'll say n mod 10 and semicolon at end. Not the, yes, exactly. Now what exactly does this do is, first it will perform whatever is there on this side, that is on right hand side. After that it will perform on this side. So over here I have sum plus n mod 10. So since I have written this in brackets, you know the BODMAS rules. But over here BODMAS rules is not followed. Rather something called as precedence is followed, which is almost similar to BODMAS rules. So this will be performed first. And you know very well, n mod 2 if I write for this, you will get 2. So I have got 2. 2 plus, what is there in sum? In sum, at starting what would be there is 0, because I have assigned it as 0 over here. So 0 plus 2, you know very well it will give 2, and 2 is stored over here. And the same thing has to be repeated. But before repeating, what I need to do after this is, I need to remove the last digit. So how to remove the last digit? By writing n is equal to n divided by 10. So I'll come down, and over here I'll say n is equal to n divided by 10. Now when I say n divided by 10, you know very well, if I have 1972 divide by 10, I will get 197. So the last digit is removed. Since the last digit is removed, same thing, I will store it back to n. So I will store it back over here. Now after this, it will come outside. So I'll come out. Yes, enter. Yes. Now since I have written if over here, what exactly happens is, it will do so much and it will come over here. But I don't want this. Rather, what I have told in the 4th step, repeat step 1 to step 3. So this thing should keep on repeating. So if I have to repeat the same operations again and again, I need to make use of loops. So I have two options. There is something called as for loop. There is something called as while. So what I am going to do is, since I am only checking the condition, I am going to make use of while loop. So all that I need to do is, I will remove this if. Not, oh no, just if I will remove. Just this if. And in place of if, I will say while. Now when I say while, what happens is, as long as this condition is true, these things keep repeating. So what exactly happens over here is, it will perform this operation. Next again what happens is, you will have 192. 192 greater than 0, condition true. Condition true means again these two will happen. Till then what you will have is, you will have only 199. Again you will check 19 is greater than 0, condition true. Again these two operations will happen. Next after that you will have only 1. You will check whether 1 is greater than 0. 1 is greater than 0, it's true. So these two operations will be performed. Once it's performed, you will definitely get 19. Next after that what happens is, again by this time it would have done 1 divided by 10. This step 1 divided by 10 would definitely give you 0. That 0 will be stored in n. So when you come and check over here, 0 is greater than 0, condition fails. Once the condition fails, it will not execute this, and this will come out of the loop. Now once you come out of the loop, what you have to do is, you have to print this. So I'll print the sum. So I'll say sum. Here down outside the while loop, I'll say I have to print. You know very well, if I have to print, I need to say system.out.println. So I'll say system.out.println, and I'll say sum. Yes, and I'll put the semicolon. Now let me give the same input, that's 1972, and check if I'm getting 19 or not. So to check, what I'll do is, I'll take you to the output window. Yes, over here first I'll compile the code. Next after this I'll run the code. Now I'll give the same input, that is 1972. If I press enter, you can clearly see I've got 19. I will re-execute and check whether it works for other numbers or not. So if I re-execute, if I press enter, I'll give 102. You know very well, the sum of these digits is nothing but 3. So if let's check if we are getting 3, and you can clearly see we have got 3. This is all. We have solved half of the question. The rest of we will solve step by step. So let me take you back to the code. Now this way, if you write code, it will become more complicated. So I will just follow the same logic, but the thing is, I will write it in a different way. What is that different way, if you ask? Very simple. Since if you see this, from sum is equal to 0 till here, you have the actual logic. So this particular logic I will write in a different method. So what exactly is a method? This is nothing but a main method, since you have written public static void main. So same way I am going to create one more method. So what I will do is I will go on top and I'll leave some spaces. Not here, outside the main method. Yes. After class, I am going to leave some spaces, little more spaces. Yes. I will go over here. Yes. Over here, I need to create one method. If I have to create a method, I need to write the same way. Public static void main. Yes. Open brackets, close brackets. After that, again open and closing brackets. Yes. Now over here, I am going to write the logic. But one thing I want you to understand is main is name of this method. That's a name given to this method, this particular method. So I should not use the same name. Rather, I should use a different name. So what exactly I'll be doing over here is I'll be finding the sum of all this. So I'll name this as sum. Yes, that's what I have. Now what I'm going to do is all the logic which finds the sum of digits, I'm going to write it over here. So what I'll do is from int sum is equal to 0, from this line I will cut all the things till this particular line. Yes, I'll cut this and I will paste it over here. Yes. Now if you observe over here, I'm creating one variable sum is equal to 0. After that I am saying n is greater than 0. But this n, whatever you see over here, that n is present over here or it is created over here, but here it is not created. So what has to be done is you need to call this particular method from here. So I'm taking input from here in the main method. Next, this person doesn't know how to find the sum of digits, but this person knows. So what you have to do is this person should call this person. How does he call this? He will come over here and he will say sum, because sum is nothing but the name of this person. So after this, he has to say sum of what? So sum of this n he has to find. So I have to pass this by saying n over here. And after that, put one semicolon. This is how you can call one method. So this method will be called. But when it's called, you are passing a value over here. And the value is nothing but n. That value should be collected. How do you collect? By saying n over here. Now you have to say what is the type of n. So that I will say int. This is how you do. Now this will find the complete logic. After finding the logic, this person should not keep the sum for himself. Rather, he has to give it back to this person. Now, how can he give back to this person if you ask? Very simple. He has to say return, because he is returning that to him. So come to next line. After finding the complete logic, means out of while loop, I have to say return. Now what I need to return is, I need to return the value of sum. So I'll say sum. And I'll put semicolon. Now what happens is, this particular sum would be given back over here. Now when it gives, he has to collect this sum. So how can he collect? So over here, he has to collect in some variable. So what you can do is, you can say, rather than saying sum, I will say result equal to, yes. Now what I need to do is, I'm not printing sum because I'm printing result. I've stored it in result. So I'll say result over here. Yes. So this result, I'm declaring it now. Since I'm creating this variable for the first time, or whenever I'm using for the first time, I need to define what is the type of the value. So the result is nothing but integer value. So I'll say int. This is how you have to write. But there is one more thing that I need to take care of. Over here, I have a variable called as sum. This particular sum, whatever I have, this has been returned over here. So over here, I need to specify the return type, because this particular thing, whatever you see, is considered as return type. So what is the type that I am returning? What type of value I am returning? I am returning an integer type of value. So I need to write int over here. So I'll say int. So this is how you have to write the code. Why? Because whenever you are attending the drives, they would have already written this part of the code. You don't even have to write this code. All that you have to write is not even this complete code, only what is there inside this. That is from int sum is equal to 0 to return sum. This is all that you have to write when you are attending the placement drives. So that's the reason I have written the code in this format. In case if you find this is very complicated, I want you to go and work on this to see how to write this code. Now if I perform the operation, it works exactly the same. Just to show you, I'll just let me execute this and show you. So I will take you to the output window. So over here I will again compile it. Yes, I will run this. It's expecting an input. Let me write 1007. Yes. If I press enter, it's giving me 8. And you know very well, the sum of these digits is nothing but 8. So this is how I want you guys to write the code as well. So as of now, still we are done with only a half. So let me show you how does the rest half of the code looks like. So in case if you guys are following me, in case if you have understood all of this, I just want you to say yes in the chat box so that I know that you are still listening to me and you have not slept.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. Great. In case if you still remember what exactly the problem was, because I got deviated from the problem and I had to explain all these basic things at starting. So in case if you still remember the problem, you say yes, remember. If you don't remember, you say I don't remember.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I see that you guys remember the problem. So as of now, what I will do is I will just disable my editor and I will show you the rest of the problem. So if I disable the editor, let me show you the rest of the problem, how exactly it looks. Now you know how to find the sum of digits. Now I need to check whether that is divisible by a certain number or not. So let me get that over here. So if I get you over here, so they have given 3 inputs. One is L, R, and K. So let me get all of 3 over here. L, R, and K. So what exactly it means is between 5 to 10, I need to check all the numbers which are divisible by 2. And how many ever is divisible, I need to print the count of it. So if I take all the numbers between L and R, inclusive of both L and R, that is 5 and 10, these are the numbers that I would be getting. So let me show you those numbers. That's nothing but 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now what I need to do is, since I'm counting how many of the sums are divisible by 2, I need to have a variable called as count. So I've created a variable called as count and I will assign 0 to this. This is what I have done. Next, what I need to do is, first I need to take this particular number, that is 5, and I need to check whether 5 is it divisible by 2. Now what exactly does divisibility mean? What it means is, in case if I divide 5 by 2, will I get the remainder as 0 or not? In case if I get the remainder as 0, it means it's divisible. In case if I don't get the remainder as 0, it means it's not divisible. Now how to check the remainder? You know very well. I have to make use of an operator called as modulus. So I'll make use of that and I will show you. So let me check the condition. So what I will do is, I need to check for all of this. Since I have to check for all of this, I will take one by one. And as of now, I will take the variable 5 and I will store it inside a variable I. I will take this 5 and store it inside I. So what I need to do is, I need to check whether I is divisible by 2. Now how do I check? Like this. So I'll say whether sum of I. Now what does this sum of I do? You know very well. We have written a code. What it does, it will find the sum of 5. Sum of 5 you know very well. So since there is only one digit, it will give you 5 itself. So I need to check whether 5 mod k. K is nothing but the value of 2. So I will say, if I substitute those values, this is what you get. Sum of 5 mod 2 is it equal to 0? Sum of 5 is nothing but 5 itself. So if I say 5 itself and 5 mod 2 equal to 0, you know very well. 5 mod 2, what it gives? 5 divide by 2, you will get the remainder as 1. So is 1 is equal to 0? You know very well it's not equal to 0. So I need to get it as false. So if I get false, it means sum of 5 is not divisible by 2. If it's not divisible, then I should not consider that. So I will not increase the value of count. Next, what I need to do is, I need to check with the next number, that's 6. So let me move the value of I to 6. So how do I do that is, I will just increase the value. Now in that I will be making use of loop. How to make use of loop, I'll show you over there. So I'll increase the value of I over here. Now when I increase the value of I, same condition I need to check. The sum of I mod k, is it equal to 0? Sum of 6, you know very well, sum of 6 is going to give me 6 itself. So is 6 mod 2 equal to 0? I need to check. And you know very well, if you divide 6 by 2, you will get the remainder as 0. Since you are getting it as 0, it means it is true. If it is true, then what I need to do? I need to consider this. So I need to increase the value of count. So I'll make the count as 1. So I have made the value of count as 1. So how do I increase it? By simply writing a code called as count plus plus. What exactly this do is, whatever is the value of count, it will increase the value of count by 1. So since it is 0, it will increase the value by 1 and it will become 1. And that's what it is. Next, again, same thing I need to repeat. So what I need to do is I need to increase the value of I. So I will increase the value of I, so it becomes 7. Next, after that, what I need to do is I need to check sum of 7 mod k, is that equal to 0? So if I check this, sum of 7 gives me 7 itself. So 7 mod 2, is that equal to 0? You know very well 7 mod 2 is not equal to 0, because when you divide 7, you will obviously get the remainder as 1. So it will give you false. Once it gives false, I should not consider this and I should not increase the value of count. So I'll not increase the value of count. Next, again, I will increase the value of I. So I am checking for 8 now. So sum of 8. Sum of 8, you know very well, it will give me 8. And this is divisible. So since it is divisible, I will get it as true. So since I'm getting as true, I need to consider. So what I need to do is I need to say count plus plus. So I'll say count plus plus, and this will be increased and it becomes 2. Next, again, repeat the same operation. Again, I need to check for 9. So I need to increase the value of I. So I will increase the value of I. So once I increase the value of I will get something like this. So I'll check sum of I. So sum of I is nothing but sum of 9. Sum of 9, you know very well, since it's a single digit, it's 9 itself. 9 mod 2 is equal to 0. You know very well it's an odd number and it's not divisible by 2. So I will get it as false over here. Since I'm getting false, I should not consider. Since I'm not considering, the count remains same. Again, I need to check for the another value. So this is the trickiest part. Now, what you do in the interviews is you will write 10 mod 2, is that equal to 0? That is the mistake that you will be making, and that is where you will fail. What exactly you need to do is you need to find sum of 10. Sum of 10 means the sum of these digits 10. What you have is 1 0. That is 1 0. What you get is 1 plus 0. You will get it as 1. So that's what you will get over here. And that's the reason I had written that code which I had shown. So 1 mod 2, is this equal to 0? When you divide 1 divided by 2, you will not get it as 0. Rather, what you will get? You will get the remainder as 1. So the condition is false. Now, since the condition is false, the value of count remains 2 itself. And now you are done with all the numbers from 5 to 10. So all that you have to do is just print the value of count. Sorry for that glitch. So that's what you have to do. Now all that I have to do is I just have to print this number. And if you had seen in the question, when the L value was 5, R value was 10, and the K value was 2, you were getting the output as 2. And that's what exactly we need to do. So let me just take you to the Chrome and show you that the question once again. So if I take you over here, you can see I have taken 5, 10, and 2, the same inputs. For this, what I get the output as is 2. Same way, I want you guys to go home. Once the session is over, I want you guys to read this. And over here, you will have an option to write the code as well. I want you guys to write the code as well. So now, let me go and write the code now. So let me get my editor over here. So I've got my editor over here. So now I have to do certain modifications. You know very well, this is going to find the sum of digits. That's nothing but this particular part. It is going to take care of this particular part, this whole thing. Next, over here, I need to write the code. So I will get this over here. You know very well, over here, I will comment these 2 lines, the last 2 lines. Yes. I'll leave some space, gaps. Yes. Little more. Yes. Now, the first value that I'm taking is nothing but L. So I'll store that value in L. So come over here. Instead of N, it should be L. Yes. Now the next number that I'm going to take is also integer value. If it's an integer value, I need to repeat the same line. So I will copy this whole line and paste it. But where I'm storing this value, if you ask me, I'm storing it in R. Since I'm storing it in R, I need to name this as R. Next, after this, I'm taking one more integer value, that is k. So I need to repeat the same line. So I'll take and repeat the same line. Since I'm storing this inside k, I need to place k over. So these are the changes I had to do. Now after this, what I'm doing is I'm taking all the values from 5 to 10. Now if you want all of this 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, there is something called as loops that you have to make use of. So how to make use of loop, or which loop you have to make use of, I will show you. So what I will do is I'll press enter, one more line gap. I will make use of for loop. How to make use? Very simple. I will say for. I'll open and close the brackets. Here I'll put 2 semicolons in between. Yes, I'll put gaps also in between. Yes, this side leave some space. Here also leave space. Now what I want you guys to understand is, I want you to see where exactly it's starting from. It's starting from the value 5. So I need to say that I is equal to 5 because the value of I started from 5. So I'll say I is equal to 5. Now why it started from 5 over here is because the value of L was 5. In case if the value of L was 6, this would have started from 6. So it is not always starting from 5. It's starting from the value of L. So I should not say I is equal to 5. Rather, I need to say I is equal to value of L. So dynamically, this would change. Now, since I'm using the variable I for the first time, I need to say int I. So this is the starting point. After this, what I need to do is I will come to the last portion. Over here, what happens is I need to say by how many values the value of I is incrementing every time. If you observe over here, at starting it was 5, next it was 6, next it was 7, next 8, next 9, next 10. So every time it is increasing the value of I by 1. So how can I do that? You had seen something called as plus plus. I have to say I plus plus over here. So this is called as incrementation operator. If you go to our Java course and if you watch, you will get a complete insights of how exactly this works. And all that whatever I am discussing, all of it, and the theoretical part behind this and how it works internally in the memory, all of this is explained over there. Now there is one thing that I have to take care. I have told where it starts and I have told how much it increases every time. But still I have not told where does it stop. And if you see, all this stops at 10. So I can clearly say all of these values 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, this is nothing but the values of I. So all these values of I is always less than or equal to 10. Observe those values. 5 is less than 10, 6 is less than 10, 7 is less than 10, 8 is less than 10, 9 is less than 10, 10 is equal to 10. So I need to say all this is nothing but the values of I. So I need to say I is less than, equal to also is there. So I need to say equal to 10. This is how I need to write. So it will take care from where it starts. It starts from L. L is nothing but 5. Until where it goes? Till 10. And you know very well, it will not be 10 always. Since the value of R is 10, this is also 10. So it stops at R. So instead of 10, I need to write it as R. So this is how I need to do. Next, I will open the brackets, close the brackets. I just want to print and show you how exactly the value of I is starting from a number and going till a number. So I'll simply say system.out.println. Yes, system.out.println. I'll print the value of I. So I'll say I. So what happens is it will show you from where it's starting until where it's ending. So let me take you to the output window and show you. Yes. First, I will compile the code. Next, I need to run the code. Now it's waiting for L. So let me enter the value of L. That's 5. Enter. Next, I need to enter the value of R. That's 10. I will enter. Next, I need to enter the value of K. I will press K. I will not press enter. Not K. K means 2. Yes. Now what I need to do is, if I press enter, it will print all the numbers from L to L to R, because I have written the loop in such a manner. So if I press enter, you can see it starts from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now my duty is not to actually print and show you. My duty is to check how many numbers among these, and their sum is divisible by 2. For that, let's go and write the logic. So let me clear the screen and go and write the logic for this. So what exactly I need to do over here is, I don't have to print this, so I'll remove this particular line. Yes, I'll press enter. Yes. What was I doing? I was checking is sum of I. So I'll say sum of I. Sum of I. Now this sum of I, when I say, it will call that method which I have written on the top. That's nothing but this number. So if I pass 5 over here, it will give the sum of 5. So I'll get it over here. In case if I pass 10, it will give me the sum of 10. If I pass 500, it will give me the sum of 500. If I pass 601, it will give the sum of 601. I will check whether that number is that divisible by k. So how do I check? Mod k. Mod k, and I will see whether it's equal to 0. So I'll say equal to 0. Yes. Now I am actually checking this condition, and I told you very clearly, whenever I say check, I need to write that inside if. So what I'll do is I'll remove the semicolon. I remove that semicolon. Yes, I will say if. I'll open that. Yes, inside this I'll paste it. I'll open the brackets and close the brackets. So what happens is, it will check this condition. If the condition is true, only then whatever I write inside this will be executed. Otherwise, this won't be executed. Now, if it is true, what we did is, we used to increase the value of count. How did we increase the value of count? By saying count plus plus. So I'll say count plus plus over here. Yes. Now, if I'm saying count plus plus, first I should have created a variable called as count at starting. So have I created a variable called as count over here? No. So what I need to do is, at starting, before performing all these operations, I'll come down and I will create a variable. Int count equal to, yes, what should be the starting value is nothing but 0. So I'll say 0. And I'll put semicolon. Now it makes sense, because I've created and I'm increasing. So every time this condition is true, it will increase. So when all this condition will be true, whenever the value of I is 6 and when it is 8. So 2 times it increases. 2 times if it increases, it will become 2. So that is what I need to print. So what I'll do is, I'll come out and I'll print system.out.print, and I'll say count. I don't want these 2 lines, so I'll remove these 2 lines. Yes, remove that line. So let me save this particular thing. Yes, I'll save this and I'll execute and show whether it's giving the expected output or not. So when the value of L was 5, R was 10, and K was 2, we should get something called as 2. Let's see, are we getting it or not. So if I compile the code, yes, if I run the code, I will say 5, 10, 2. I should get 2 as output. Let's see. I've got 2 as output. I hope it's completely clear to you guys. So let me try with one more input. So I will give another input. I will compile this. Yes, I'll press enter. So let me give 4 as L, 10 as R, and 4 as K. And if you had observed, in this particular case, 4 and 8 is divisible and the output should be 2. And if you had seen, this was also an input and the output over there was 2 for this. So let's check whether we are getting 2 or not. So if I press enter, you can clearly see we are getting 2. So I want you to try writing this particular code for different inputs and outputs. So this is one such problem. Now let's go and see some other problems as well. So I'll take you over there. In case, before I solve the other problem, in case if you have understood this problem completely, then I just want you to say yes in the chat box, so that I know that you are catching up to my phase or not.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great to know. Fine. So let's solve another question, or you want me to take a break or something? Because we have only 2 hours of time, so I can take the session till 7 o'clock. We are already done with 1 hour 20 minutes.
Please continue.
Okay, I will continue. So if I go back, yes, coding questions. So let me go and take the next question. Now can I go?
Yes.
Yes, fine. So next one is race qualifier. So let me click on this problem. So let me enlarge the screen. Okay, fine. So before I explain this, I'd give you 1 minute of time. I want you to, or 2 minutes of time. I want you to try understand this problem and just see whether you are able to understand and come up with the logic or not. So you can slowly scroll down and show them from the starting. Is this the starting of the?
Yes.
Yes. So enlarge and just open it. Yes. I want you guys to start reading and see if you can understand the problem or not. Fine. So let me read this out for you. So there are n participants in a race. So they are saying there are n number of people for a race. You are given a final finishing time of all the participants. So they are giving the finishing time of all the participants. Let's assume they are all running 100 meters and all their timings are given to you. If there are 5 people, all the 5 people's timings is given to you. Next, anyone who finishing time is equal to or less than the kth person. So what he means to say is there is one kth person. Kth person means they might say fifth person or fourth person or third person. So it means to say anyone whose finishing time is equal to or less than maybe fifth person. We are assuming instead of kth, it's easy to read as fifth person. Finish time will advance to the next round. You have to tell the number of participants that will advance to the next round. So what it means is, for example, if there are 10 people running, all the 10 people's timings is given to you guys. In that they will say second person means if they say second person, 2 is nothing but k value. In that case, all the people who runs faster than the kth person means whose timing is less than the second person, all those people are qualified to the next round. Now all that you have to do is you have to say how many of them are qualified to the next round. So if I just scroll it up, yes, if I take it up, so input they have given over here. First is 3, next it is 1 2 3, then it is 2. So what basically it means, let's read. So I want you also to read in this manner. So if I scroll down slowly, not like that, the reverse order, yes, little more, yeah. Input format for custom testing. So input format, first line what they have given 3. So what that 3 means, let's understand. The first line contains an integer n denoting the number of participants. So what it means is 3 means there are 3 players who are running in the race. Next, each line I of the n subsequent lines means what it means is each n lines, that is nothing but each 3 lines, that is 1 2 and 3 that they have given over here. So in those lines describing the finishing time of the ith participants. So 1 is nothing but the finishing time of the first person, 2 is nothing but the finishing time of the second person, 3 is nothing but the finishing time of the third person. Next, after that, what they have told is the next line contains the integer k. So integer k, that is nothing but the last line. What you have after 1 2 3 is nothing but 2, that denoting the threshold. What it means is 2 is the second person, means second person. Who is the second person? 1 2 3, there are 3 people. Second person is nothing but the person whose timing is 2. So now what you have to do is how many people's timing is less than 2, you have to say. Now how can you say? Very simple. What is the timing of the second person? It's 2. So is 1 less than 2? Yes. So that's one person. Is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes. He also should be considered. That's the second person. Is 3 less than 2? No. So how many of them have qualified? 2 people. That's the reason it says 2 as output. Same way if we go to another one, if you see over here, 4. 4 means there are 4 participants. 4 participants means 4, 2, 1 and 2 are the timings of 4 different people. Means In 4 participants, first participant's timing is 4, second participant's timing is 2, third participant's timing is 1, and fourth participant's timing is 2. After that, in the last line, they have told kth person. Kth person means second person. What is the timing of second person? It's 2 over here. Select this one, this 2, this one, this one. Yes. So this is the timing of the second person. So how many of their timing is less than or equal to this is what you have to check. Select this one, this 2. Yes. Now how many? Is the first person's timing less than this? No, because 4 is not less than 2. Is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes, 1 person. Is 1 less than or equal to 2? Yes. Is 2 less than or equal to 2? Yes. So overall, there are 3 people who are qualifying to the next round. So you have to print as 3. Same way, if you come to the last one, over here, there are 5 participants. So for all of their timing is 2. And they are taking the timing of the second person. Second person's timing is also 2. So all of them qualifies. So all of them means how many people? 5 people. So you have to say 5. Now how to solve this? Let's see step by step. So let me take you to the output window. Yes. Over here, the first input will be 5. Next, after this, they'll give the timings of all the people. So let me get all the timings. That is 7, 5, 6, 3, and 2. I have taken a different timings over here. Now, whenever you write the code, it should work for this input also. At the same time, it should work for all the other inputs given by the user. So these are the timings of all the different people. This is the timing of first person, timing of second person, timing of third person, timing of fourth person, timing of fifth person. Next, after this, what I need to do is, I need to take one more value, that is the value of k. So let me take the value of k. Value of k is nothing but 2. 2 means what? Second person. Second person is who? Nothing but the person with the timing 5. Now what should be your output is, how many of their timing is less than or equal to 5? You have to check. This person is excluded because his timing is more. This person is included. This person excluded. This person included. This person included. So how many people? 1, 2, and 3. So there are 3 people who qualify. So your output should be 3. So this is what exactly you have to do. And this is what that whole story which was given over there meant. So now let me show you step by step how I can do this. So this value, I will store it in one variable. And I will name that variable as maybe n. Since over here multiple variables are there, when you have n values given, that time you should always store these values inside an array. So now in this particular code, I am going to show you how to create an array and how to make use of an array as well. So that is what you have to do. After that, you have to take one variable k. So this I have stored inside a variable n, and you know very well how to take user input as well now. Now this, all of this I need to store inside an array, so I'll store inside an array. So in an array, when I store, this is how it stores. I have just represented in this manner. And in array, there is something called as indexing. And always the index starts from 0. So that is what I have written on top, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And after that, this particular value, I'll store it inside a variable called as k. So if I store inside a variable called as k, this is how it looks. Now what I need to do is, second person means the person who is there in index 1. And that's what I have to do, this particular thing. Now how to write the code? Code I will write later, but before that, let me show you the logic. So this is how it works step by step. So if I need to show, this is how what exactly happens. I need to fetch this particular element. Now how can I fetch this particular element, if you ask? Because I need to check all the numbers with 5. I need to check whether 7 is less than 5. I need to check whether 5 is less than 5. I need to check whether 6 is less than 5. I need to check whether 3 is less than 5. I need to check whether 2 is less than 5. So every time I need to get the value 5. How to get the value 5? Where is it present? It's present in an array AR. So I need to say AR. But when I say AR, there are so many elements. In this, I want an element present in index 1. 1 is nothing but the index. So I need to say AR of, in square brackets, I need to say 1. So how do I say 1? If you ask me in general way, I will say k minus 1. What is the value of k? 2. 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. Why I am saying like this is because in this particular problem, it is the value which is present in index 1. In case if you are told the value of k is equal to 3, Then I had to fetch which number? I had to fetch the third person. Third person is nothing but 6. 6 is present in index 2. Again, it works k minus 1. So that's the reason I will write it like that. I will check k minus 1. But before that, I need to count how many people are actually qualifying to the next round. To keep the count, I need to create one variable count as well. So that's the reason I have created one variable count. Next, after this, what I need to do is I need to fetch the elements and keep checking. And that's what I am going to do now. So now since I need to check for all of this, I am taking one variable called as I, which will start from 0th index, and this I will go till index 4. So for this, I will show you, diagrammatically show you how exactly what I need. Now, if I want to fetch only this element, that is nothing but 5. That's what I have told, AR of k minus 1. K minus 1 is nothing but 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is nothing but 1. So that's how I fetch this number. Next, what I need to do is I need to check this with 7, 5, 6, 3, 2. So all these numbers are also present in AR. So I need to say AR of which variable? Variable is nothing but I, because I will be 0 at starting, next it will be 1, next it will be 2, next it will be 3. And that's what I'm going to show you over here, AR of I. Now what exactly you need to do is you need to check whether AR of I, that is 7, is that less than 5? So I need to say less than or equal to, because the people who are equivalent to this number, even that person is also qualified. So I need to say less than or equal to in between. So this is the condition that I am going to check. If this condition is true, it means that person has ran faster than the kth person. If he has run faster than the kth person, then definitely this condition is true. It means the value is less than 5. If it is less than 5, I need to increase the value of count. So this, since I'm checking it as a condition, it will always return me true or false. So first, what will be there? 7 will be there over here, 5 will be there over here. So let me show you those things. So AR of 0, and this is nothing but AR of 1. So if I substitute the value, it's nothing but 7 is less than or equal to 5. 7 less than or equal to 5, you know condition is false. If condition is false, I should not consider this. So I will not increase the value of count. Next, what I need to do? I've checked for the first person. I need to increase the value of I and check for the second person. So let me increase the value of I now and let me check for the second person. So once I increase the value of I, again the same thing, AR of k minus 1. Next, I need to get AR of I as well. So I have got AR of I will check the same condition. After that, if I substitute the value, AR of 1 is nothing but 5, AR of 1 is also 5. So 5 less than or equal to 5. You know very well, 5 less than or equal to 5 is going to give me true because they are equal. So if it is true, I need to consider that. So if I have to consider, I need to increase the value of count. So count plus plus, if I write, I will increase the value of count. That's what I need. Next, again, I need to check for the other value. So I will increase the value of I. Next, I will check. I will fetch that particular value and even the kth value. So you know very well, how do I fetch the kth value? Very simple, AR of k minus 1 and AR of I also. And I need to put the same condition over here. Once I put the condition, you know very well, 6 is less than or equal to 5. 6 is less than or equal to 5. Condition is false. Since condition is false, I should not increase the value of count. Next, again, I need to increase the value of I. Now, once I increase the value of I, again, same condition. So first I will fetch AR of k minus 1 and AR of I will put the same condition. Once I put the same condition, I need to substitute the values. If I substitute the values, these are the values that I will get. AR of 3 is nothing but 3 itself, and this is nothing but 1. So there is a small mistake over here. It should be actually 5 itself. So is 3 less than or equal to 5? The condition is true and it's true. So just instead of 1, it should have been 5 over here. Small typing mistake over here. So if it's true, I need to increase the value of count. Next, after this, what I need to do is, again, I need to increase the value of I. Once I increase the value of I need to check the same condition. Is AR of I less than or equal to AR of k minus 1? And that's what I'm doing over here. You know very well, AR of k minus 1 is nothing but the value 5. And AR of I is nothing but AR of 4. AR of 4 is nothing but 2. So I will put those things over here. Now when I put those things, this is what you get. Is 2 less than or equal to, it should not be 1, it should be 5 actually. So 2 less than or equal to 5, it's true. Since it is true, I need to increase the value of count. Since I have increased the value of count, you know very well, this is the value that I want. Yes. So this is the value that I want. And all that you have to do is these many number of people have actually qualified to the next round. So all that you have to do is just print this value count. Then your problem is solved. That is all you have to do. So let me start writing the code now. So let me get my editor over here. I've got my editor over here. And I told you, this is the basics that you have to follow for every program. Now, I have not taken any input, but I am prepared to take the input by creating an object of scanner class. Now, what I need to do is I need to take integer value. First integer value that I'm taking is n, so I'll take that value n. So how do I take that value? Scan.nextInt. Let me write that, scan.nextInt. So whatever I get, I need to store it inside a variable n, so I'll store it inside a variable n. So let me store it inside a variable n. Just put the semicolon properly, store it inside here. Yes. I'm writing int n because you know very well this 5 is nothing but an integer value. Now after this, you know the user is going to give you n values. So if the user is going to give you n values, you have to collect n values. If this is 10, 10 values should be created. If it is 100, 100 values should be taken. So if you have to take this, after taking, you need to store it somewhere. Where can you store? You have to make use of an array. For that, you need to create an array first. So how to create an array in Java, if you ask? Very simple. See this, whatever I am writing, and this is the syntax for creating an array. So if I want to create an array, first thing I need to do is I need to put a square bracket. So let me put the square bracket. Inside this, I need to say, let me first remove the square brackets. Yes. One thing that I wanted to say is these arrays are treated as an object in case of Java. So whatever you treat as an object, whenever you want to create, you need to say something called as new. So I'll make use of that keyword new. Next, I need to say what I am creating. I am creating an array of type integer. Because if you see over here, what I am storing, all integer values, 7, 5, 6, 3, 2, all of this is integer value. So what I need to say is int. So I'll say int over here. I'll open the brackets. Inside this bracket, what I need to do is I need to specify how many, what should be the size of the array. You know very well the user have told 5 is the size of array because 5 values he has to give. So the size of your array also should be 5. So this particular 5 is stored inside a variable. Where it is stored? N. So n should be the size of your array. So what you should give here is nothing but n. So I'll give n. So now I am successful in creating an array. Now I need to give a name to this array. What I have given over here? AR. So same way I will give AR as a name. AR is equal. Not just this, in Java you need to say what is the type. So what is the type is nothing but int. So I will need to say int over here. I have told int, but if I simply say int, it means I'm storing, it's a normal variable. But if you observe, it's not a normal variable, it's a special variable which stores an array, which stores multiple values. If it is an array, then you have to put square brackets. So that's what I'm going to do here. You have to put this square bracket. So this is the syntax to create an array of size n. I am successful in creating an array. Let me come to next line. Yes, one more line. Now what I need to do? I need to take one integer value. First integer value, whatever I take, I need to store it in value index 0. Next, I need to take one more integer value that I need to store in index 1. One more integer value I need to store in index 2. One more integer value in index 3. One more integer value in index 4. If I have to repeat some operation again and again like this, again I can make use of loops. So I'll make use of for loop. So I'll say for. I'll open and close the brackets. I'll open this. So I need to say from where it's starting. It's starting from 0, the value of I. So I'll say int I is equal to 0. Yes. Next, till where is it going? If you see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, all of these values are nothing but less than 5. So I can say the value of I is less than 5. I'll say I is less than 5. But I should not write like this. This is not a good practice. I need to say why it's less than 5. It's less than 5 because the value of n is 5. So what I need to say is I can say less than n rather than saying 5. Whether I say 5 or n, both means the same. But in case if the user changes this value, then our program fails. But if I write it as n, even if the user changes the value, our program still succeeds. This is the difference. Now if you observe the value of I over here, every time it's increasing by 1, so I need to write I plus plus. So I'll say I plus plus. I'll open and close the brackets. Inside this, what I have to do, this loop is simply going to repeat again and again and again. Inside this, what I need to do is, I need to fetch the values. If you see, I have not taken 7, 5, 6, 3, 2. I have still not taken it from the user. If I have to take from the user, I need to say what type of value. That is nothing but integer type. How do I take? Scan.nextInt. So I need to write scan.nextInt. Yes, scan.nextInt. Yes. If I write like this, it will take integer value from the user. So whatever I have taken, where I need to store? I need to store inside AR. So what I will do is AR is equal to, I'll write. Now if I say AR is equal to, AR means what? It's the whole thing. Do I want to store in the whole thing? No. First value whatever I take, I need to store in index 0. Next value what I take, I need to store in index 1. Next value whatever I take, I need to store in index 2. Next value whatever I take, I need to store in index 3. This is what I need to do. So how to specify index if you ask? I need to say AR and I need to open one square brackets. So inside this square brackets, if I say 0, say 0 over here. Now whatever I have taken, it will be stored in 0. 0th index means over here. If I say 1, whatever is taken from the user, that will be stored in this particular index. Now what I will do is, I will not say 0 or 1, because every time this changes. First time 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's nothing but the value of I. So I'll say AR of I. So when I say AR of I, first time it will store in 0th index. Second element, whatever user gives, it store in index 1. Third index, third element will store in index 2, and goes on like that. After this, what I need to do? I am successful in taking these values. Now I need to take the value of k. So how to take the value of k? I will come out of the loop. Yes, over here I'll say int k is equal to scan.nextInt. So whatever the user is entering will be taken by this particular thing. Remove that radix. Okay, put semicolon. Yes, that will be taken, and whatever has been taken will be stored inside a value k. As of now, we have not written any logic. As of now, we are just successful in taking these 3 values. That's all we have done. And majority of the times when you attend drives, this much they will only write and give it to you. All that you have to do is write the logic. So now let me start writing the logic. So if I come down, yes. Now over here, let me start writing the logic. So what exactly I was doing? I was checking some condition. So what was that condition? If I want to show you, let me take you back to PPT. Yes. So the condition was not directly like this. The condition was something like this. AR of I, is that less than or equal to AR of k minus 1? This was the condition. And this condition was checked always. From where? When the value of I started from 0 till index 4, this condition was checked. So what I need to do is, I need to do the same thing. Since I'm repeating this operation, I need to write one for loop over here. So I'll write for int I is equal to 0, because I'm starting this checking from 0th index till the 4 index. So I'll say I is less than 5. I is less than 5. Why 5? Because it's starting from 0 and it's going till 4. If it's going till 4, I can say all the values of I is less than 5. The same story what I have repeated over here. So instead of saying 5 directly like this, I need to say it as n. Next, I plus plus. Yes, open and close the brackets. I am done with this. Next, what I need to do is, I had to create one variable count as well. When I should create? Before doing this particular thing. So I will go on top and first create that value. So if I press enter, yes, I'll say int count is equal to 0. I'll bring this count is equal to 0 to next line. Down, yes. So above this space, whatever is there, it's just taking the inputs. Below this space, whatever is there, it is the actual logic that you have to write in interviews. So what I will do is, I will come inside this for loop. Inside this for loop, what I need to do? I need to fetch the element from AR of I. So I'll say AR of I. Yes. Next, I need to say less than or equal to. So I'll say less than or equal to. Next, I'll say AR of k minus 1. So I'll say AR of k minus 1. Yes. Now I'm checking this. I told you very well. If I'm checking, I need to write all of this inside if. So what did this do? This will either say yes or no. But how will it say? By saying true or false. So I will cut this and paste inside if. So I'll write if. Inside that I'll paste it. I'll open and close the brackets. Now only if this condition is true, whatever I write inside will be executed. If condition is false, whatever I write inside won't be executed. So what I need to do is, if it is true, then I need to consider that person. Means what I was doing, I was increasing the value of count. So I will increase the value of count. How do I do it? Count plus plus. So I'll say count plus plus. This is all I have to do. So this code will take not this much. This is the actual logic for you to write. If you understand the question, coding is very easy. If you don't understand the question, then it's complicated. Not just understanding. In case if I scroll down, in case if you know the concept of arrays or the theoretical concept of arrays, all of this is damn easy. You will write in 30 seconds. But if you don't know, then this is complicated. Now in case if you don't know and if you want to learn, then there is a platform for you to learn from us. And in that particular platform, we are going to give access to all of you people. How we are going to give, I will let you know after solving this question completely. So you can go and learn all these theoretical concepts in case if you don't know, from step by step, from zero. Even if you don't know anything about coding, you can start learning from there. So now what I will do is, all that I have to do over here is just print the value of count. So I'll say print the value of count. System.out.print.
Someone is not understanding why with the k minus 1.
Okay. System.out.print. And I will say count. Fine. Now, what's the name of that person? So someone is asking me that the person didn't understand why exactly I took AR of k minus 1. Yogita had this question. So in case if anyone else also has that question, you can just listen to this or you can just say yes over there. So the reason I have taken as k minus 1 is because I have to check the timing of the second person. And who is the second person among all of this is nothing but this particular person, whichever is marked in this dotted things. So how can I get this? Very simple. I need to write AR of 1. But why is it AR of 1? Why? Because it is the second person. So I need to say AR of k. If I write AR of k, it means AR of 2. Why it is AR of 2 means I will get the third person. I don't want the third person. I want the second person. So AR of 1 I want. So how can I get AR of k? AR of k is nothing but AR of 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 gives me AR of 1. That's the reason I have written it as AR of k minus 1. In case if the value of k was 5, it means fifth person. And over here, how can you get the fifth person? Who is the fifth person? The last person is only fifth person. So how can I get this value? I can get this value by saying AR of 4. But k value will be 5. So if I write 5 minus 1, then I'll get 4. So that's why I need to write AR of k minus 1. I hope I answered your question, Yogita. Now in case if you still don't know what exactly k means the kth person. Means if he says 2, second person. If he says 3, third person. If he says 4, fourth person. That's what exactly it means. Now one more thing I wanted to say before I compile and execute this. So first let me compile and check if I will get this particular output. Then I will come up with, I will answer your questions as well. So let me take you to the output window. Let me compile it. Yes, press enter. Now I will actually run this code. Yes. Now first input is 5. Next, those numbers I would like to give. That is, one was 7. Other one was 5. Other one was maybe 3. Other one was 2. And maybe other one was 6. Yes. So after 6, in the sense I have entered all these values. After that, what I need to enter is the value of k. The value of k is nothing but 2. 2 is nothing but the second person. So there are 3 people who can who are qualified to the next round. So I am getting the value as 3 over here. So this is how it works. So what I'd like to do is I would like to take you to the Chrome, and over there I would like to show you one thing. Yes. So over here, this is what exactly the problem was. So you can go and execute the same code for all of this and check whether it's working or not. But one thing I wanted to show, can you just go back over here? Yes. So once the access is given to you guys, you will be accessible for all these videos. So you have all the videos on different concepts over here. If I scroll up, you will have assessments in between, and if I scroll, there are so many other videos as well. Now I will scroll on top, just go on the top of the course. Yes. So over here, there are certain coding questions which I'm solving as of now. And apart from that, can you just reduce the size of this? Yes. Let's go on top. Yes. Now, if you see over here, there is something called as doubt discussion forum. In case if you go through any of the videos or any of the coding questions, and in case if you don't understand this, you can go and click on this doubt discussion forum. So if I click on this particular doubt discussion forum, yes. Now what you can do is you can ask your doubts over here. How to ask? You can just go over here, add a new topic. You can click on this and you can just give any subject, whatever in short you can give, and whatever you have the doubt, the whole doubt you can post over here. In case you have some problem in some program or something, you can take the screenshot of that and put it over here and ask the doubt regarding that particular thing. And you can just post on forum. If you post on forum, that would be visible to all of us and all the students. So anyone who knows it can always go and answer this particular thing, or there are dedicated mentors who will come and answer all your doubts. So in case whatever I have explained over here, if you have any doubts, you can go and ask over here. Or in case if I go back, there are many other problems as well, which I'll be solving tomorrow as well. So since the time is almost up, I will continue with the other problems tomorrow. So till then, what I would suggest is, rather than wasting your time, you can go and try solving all of these problems which are over here, so that it will be very much helpful for you and you will be prepared for tomorrow's class. So all these problems whichever is given over here, these are not the random problems, these are all the problems which was asked in all the different MNCs. Now if you wanted to know how you can get access, very simple. Now I'll be posting a attendance form. So over there you can just fill that particular form. I want you guys to give the right email ID and right phone number over there, so that we can add you to this particular LMS, that is learning management system of ours, which will be beneficial for you guys to prepare for your interviews. So I will be posting in a while. So I want you guys to take a minute and I want you guys to fill it over there. So once you fill it over there, we'll be sending you a mail. So all that you have to do is go to your inbox. Over there, a link also would be given, and one username and password would be generated. Username would be your mail ID and password would be a random password which is generated. All that you have to do is just create a new password for yourself and start using the LMS. So that's what how it works. In case if you have any doubts, you can always post that doubts in the doubt discussion forum, or you can even post in the WhatsApp groups. And this is all about it. Now, in case if you guys have any doubt, you can just post your doubt in the chat box so that I can answer it now.
So it is asking, can people succeed if they join the platform of person? We have no idea about coding.
What exactly? Once again, Sumit has some question. Can we succeed in?
If we join your platform of person, we have no idea about coding.
Okay, Sumit is basically what exactly is asking is asking, in case if he comes and joins our platform, will he succeed? That's the question. To be honest, guys, if you just solve 8 problems, you can't expect to be working in IT. But in case if you already know coding and if you solve this, it is beneficial for you to crack it easily. In case if you don't know, if you simply come to our platform, it will not help you. You should come to our platform and learn whatever is given to you guys over there. If you learn from there, then it is beneficial for you, and how you crack totally depends on how much you prepare. Simply, if you take admission in a college, you will not get the degree. You have to learn, and you have to study whatever they have given to you, and you have to get a certificate. That's how it works. So that's the same way how it works over here as well. But one thing I can guarantee you guys is, maybe when you took admission to college, you had very much interest, and you might have lost interest, or you might have not got what you expected. But if you come over here, you will get more than what you are expecting. That's for sure. No one would actually do all the research for you, collect all the papers, collect all the coding answers, coding questions, and give solution as well to you. No one would do that. Hardly they will do this for your lab programs. So we are doing all of this so that your thing is very easy. But the thing over here is, coding is not the only test which happens. Along with coding, there will be a face-to-face interview as well. As of now, it's all going online, so they might be taking a Zoom or maybe Hangouts or whatever it is. So over there also you have to clear. And over there, they might ask any concept. They might ask, what is polymorphism? What is inheritance? So what is overloading, or how is overloading overcoming some other problems, or anything like this? You have to be prepared for that as well. So how to prepare for that? If you ask, you have to go through the theoretical concepts. That's the reason we have given you access for theoretical concepts as well. And we can clearly track you how many of you are actually learning, how many of you are not learning all these things. As of now, we have given 5-day access for you guys. In case if you are interested, you can get back to us and get the content for, you can get the complete content. And that's how it works. Any other questions?
Placements.
Yes. Do we provide placement? Yes, we do provide placements. And do we provide placement only if you come and enroll today? No, not like that. We want you guys to enroll to our course. After enrolling to our course, we want you guys to solve all the problems, watch all our videos which are given over there, and definitely we will be giving you placement opportunities, and you can make use of that and easily get your dream job. Any other questions?
Please explain the access procedure once again.
How to access
LMS.
LMS? Very simple, guys. Have they posted the form?
Yes, it's
Yes. So the form is posted over here. You have to fill that particular form. Once you fill that particular form, today, by end of the day, maybe before 8 o'clock or before 9 o'clock, you will be receiving a mail. What you have to do in that particular mail, there will be a link to our platform. There will be a username given to you. Username would be nothing but your email ID, and after that there will be the password. So you can just click on that link. You will get a login page. In that login page, all that you have to do is enter the username and password which is mentioned in your email. That's all you have to do. Our platform would be visible to you guys. So how exactly it looks, let me show you once. So let me take you over there once. So once you log in, what would be visible for you is, can you go, what exactly will be visible? Can you show them once? Dashboard. So once you log in, this is what would be visible for you. So what is given to you is demo Java and demo Python. So you have all these questions in demo Java, so you can go and click on demo Java. Yes. So once you click on this, this is what will be visible. In case if you have any doubts, can you just yeah. So this is the complete course that you have. Yes. So if you go on top, yes, over here, if you have any doubts, you can always post it over here. In case if you don't get any reply over here, you can always go to the WhatsApp group and post it over there as well. So any technical doubt, I would strongly suggest you guys to post it over here. Next, after that, if you want to watch any video, if you want to learn any concepts, can you slightly scroll the thing? Yes. So features of Java, you just wanted to know. You can just go and click over here. Yes. Over here, we have given you videos. So if you click over here, you will get a video which will explain the complete concept of the features. So if you just play that video, yes, it will clearly show you what are the different features of Java, how exactly it's stored in the memory level. All these things is what is shown over here. So all the complete working of this is explained over here. After watching the video, what you can do is you can go back. Yes, no, you have to go back there itself. Yes, you have study materials as well over here. So you can click on this particular study materials and you can go through the study materials. It's nothing but notes. So we would strongly prepare. You also prepare the notes by yourself in case if you're very lazy to prepare, you have it over here. Next, it will be very much helpful for you to revise, and after that you have something called as quiz as well. You can click on quiz and you can always take up the quiz, and this quiz will always help you out when you are attending the interview. So this quiz would be basically based on the video which was explaining the concept, so it will be on that particular concept. After quiz, if you go back, there is something called as doubt discussion. You can post a doubt discussion over here as well, but I would strongly suggest you post it on the top over here so that it's visible to all of them. Apart from that, there will be coding questions. In case if it is a theoretical concept, there won't be any coding. In case if it's not a theoretical concept, the coding questions also will be available over there. You can just click on that coding question and you can write. And if you have any feedbacks to be given, you can give your feedback over here as well. So this is how it is. In case if anyone has any other doubts, I can take your doubts, or else we will end up the session. Anyone has any doubts?
Where we have to prepare this? How will we get in the placement notifications?
How will we get the placement notification? In case if you are interested, you can enroll to our complete course. As of now, the complete course is not given to you. Only the 5 days of access is given to you. So in case if you are very much interested, first you go through those 5 days. After that, you can enroll. When you enroll, the complete details about the placement should be given. In case if you are interested in all of this, you can always ask in WhatsApp and you can connect with us. What is the fees? All these things would be informed to you in case if you are interested. The fees is very minimal. There is even an offer going on. And one more thing that I wanted to say over here is, in case if you do very well over here, we are actually planning to give a course free for one person who does very well in the coding. So that announcement will be done tomorrow. So let's see who does very well. Anything else? We have different courses over here. So what are the different courses? If you want me to say, one is Java. Apart from that, we have Python, and after that we have full stack Java course. So what exactly does it include? If you ask, it includes core Java, advanced Java. When I say advanced Java, it includes JDBC, then servlets, JSP, all of this, JSTL, all of these things, and it includes frameworks like Spring Core, Spring MVC, and Hibernate. Apart from that, it includes MySQL, and it includes all the front-end technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap. So this is a complete full stack course. So in case if you are really wanted to learn something and get placed as early as possible, I'd strongly suggest you guys to go up for this course, because this will be very much helpful for you guys to even get into the company, and not just that, even excel in your career. .NET course we don't have. If you want, we do have data science course. Any other questions? Oh, no other questions? Fees. We are asking about fees. Okay, since many of you are asking about fees, I'll be informing the complete fee structure tomorrow. So if there is anything apart from that, you can just let me know. Fine. So is this video available to see once again? Yes, it will be available for you guys. Yeah, one of my friends joining a session tomorrow. So someone is asking, can any one of your friends join? You can call all your friends over here, because we are conducting this workshop totally for your sake, not for our sake, so that it helps you guys to actually crack your interviews. So if there is anyone who is interested or anyone who is hunting for a job, welcome all those guys and tell them to attend the classes. Anything else?
How to see this video?
How to see the?
How to see this video link?
Yes, the video link would be posted to you guys. You can directly go and watch there, or it will be available in LMS as well. The link will be given to you. Nothing to worry about it. But that will be given tomorrow morning. So please wait till tomorrow morning.
What is the minimum education required to get placed?
What is the minimum education required to get placed? Depends where you want to get placed. That's it. So for example, it depends from company to company. Now, if you take example of Google, they will not see what is your qualification. They will just see your skills, and they pay more than everyone. If you see how in case of IBM or any other things, they basically look if you are a BTech or a MCA graduate or MSc computer science. So it depends from company to company.
What about year gaps?
What about year gap students? Again, it depends from company to company. Some companies will entertain year gaps, some companies doesn't entertain year gaps. So you have to see which company is actually allowing the guys who have year back, and you have to apply over there and crack it. That's it. But there are many companies who will actually take even though if you have year back. I hope there is no other questions. So exactly tomorrow at 5 o'clock, we will continue the session. So as of today, thank you so much for attending. In case if you have any other friends who are very much interested, I would say that you invite those guys also to attend the session. And I would strongly recommend you guys to go and check in your inbox today and come to our LMS and start solving all the problems, so that it is you are well prepared before attending an interview. And if you want to learn any theoretical concept, even the theory is present over there. You can always go and watch the video, take up the quiz. Any doubts you can ask and get all of it clarified. Thank you so much.